You know what? I realized that my greatest moment here has been, I did some math. I have made it to church on Sunday at 6 a.m. for 462 Sundays in a row. Not in a row, but of all the I usually take about 2 Sundays a year off. So Newhope, 462 Sundays I've been here, and I never missed my alarm clock.
Today is a momentous day. Today, this weekend, is Fuller's last day at Newhope Church.
Yes, it is.
And we're transitioning
For now.
on to new things, different things.
New seasons.
We'll talk about this some more. We did a video a while back from where
LA left.
transitioned, and we talked about leaving.
Yep.
So maybe Fuller will give a few words about that as well.
That's right. Some people might be shocked right now.
Yeah. Now Fuller's not leaving worship tutorials.
No, of course not. Matter of fact, that had a lot to do with my decision.
We're going to remain neighbors.
That's right.
But it will be different here at Newhope Church without you around.
Well, thank you, man.
We're going to talk about it in this video. Angelo, I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right, bro.
What's your favorite memory of Fuller?
This is so simple.
Because he's been here 9.5 years and you've been here pretty much all of them, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
So, I'm going to do it quick. One day, I was late coming in for service.
Oh, no.
Like, the music started, and I was outside listening. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm not on stage. I snuck on. Fuller gave me a hard time. A week later, I'm not serving. I'm attending second service, and I see Fuller walk past me. And I'm like, are you supposed to be on stage, Fuller? He's like, yeah, they started without me. I was like, that's sweet
awesome.
justice.
Favorite memories of Fuller.
Benji, you got one?
Are you recording?
I am, yeah.
There are way too many. I think Brown Sunday, but that's kind of
Brown Sunday.
that's a disgusting subject. But listen, if you're a pastor out there, you need to know this kind of stuff happens. Brown Sunday. I've got to leave this little moment here. I'll let these guys fill you in later on what Brown Sunday was.
Brown Sunday.
Brown Sunday.
Because anybody would want to put that out of your mind. I was gone.
We got to talk about Brown Sunday.
Okay.
Guys, if there ever was a great transition, this is one of them. And what God has made clear to us is that Fuller's season with us and our season with the Fullers has come to a close. And man, he and we're going to try to get through this morning. They were in the green room earlier reminiscing.
When you go through a season like this, there's a lot of anxiety because Newhope it's been our life for 10 years. Friends, work, church, everything. When God puts you finally at that place where you know you gotta take that next step, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety. But one of the things I've learned in this season here is to just trust God and to allow Him to do what He wants to do in your life. Because I'm 45 years old, not one day of my life has He not taken care of me.
When things are going bad, you're not as bad as you think.
We are where we are now because of Brian Fuller. I mean, there was a point where we would come here and we couldn't even get through rehearsal.
Oh, man.
So there was a lot of things he fixed.
A lot of churches are there right now.
So one of my first interactions with Fuller, we were talking about excellence, and he actually had me speak to the group about being excellent. And a funny story, we were playing an Easter service. This had been probably about 2013, 2014. And Fuller calls me on the phone and goes, hey, John, I recorded last night's run through and I want you to come in and listen to it because it's really bad.
That sounds about right.
And of course, my feelings were hurt, and he tried to do it in love, but man, did it make me a better drummer of just coming in and listening to something I was trying to pull off. This wasn't getting pulled off. It made me stop trying to be other people as a drummer.
Yeah.
And just be the best drummer that I can be and understand what I'm doing is serving the Lord. It's not about who am I showing off or trying to do or what lick am I trying to play. And it just gave me a lot of peace, and Brian helped me a lot with that.
Get a shot of this, Brian, before it gets cut.
That was prepared in Fuller's honor.
Buttery
Because Fuller's a chef.
breakfast casserole.
Buttery breakfast casserole.
Creamy, cheesy.
Danny!
You say you don't like
I followed it all the way to your mouth, Fuller. What's the verdict?
Sir, it is not that.
It would be a waste of words to even try to describe how good this is. If you don't know about the southern phenomenon called grits, it's worth investing in. It's amazing.
Fuller's known for quotes. We call them Fullerisms. And my favorite Fuller story involves one. Well, first of all, my favorite story is that you hired me. So if you don't know, we've mentioned this a lot, but Fuller hired me here at Newhope Church. How many years ago? 5?
I think longer than that, wasn't it?
Maybe, no, 7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, that sounds
Almost,
right.
yeah, 7 years ago. So I've been.
So you're due for a sabbatical.
Yeah. You don't get those when you quit, Fuller. Just FYI. So my favorite story is the first Sunday that I came when I was candidating, quote candidating. I came and what we do here is it's trial by fire, because candidate comes in and leads worship.
Don't blow it for us.
Here. And Fuller is famous for taking somebody who's already extremely nervous, way out of their element, and that don't know him yet, and standing by that door right there, which takes us out to the worship center, and you get there and you go, there's a lot riding on you right now. Don't screw this up for us.
That's right.
And that's exactly what you did to me. You said, Brian, there's a lot riding on this. This is very important. Don't screw this up for us. And I was like, holy crap, what's happening? I might have used this very in-ear pack.
You probably did.
We went out, and the first song was an Israel Houghton song. I know who I am. That was the song. And I forgot to turn my pack on.
Oops.
And the countdown hit 0, and I'm like, all right, the click is coming. And I'm like, I didn't turn my pack on. I turned it on, and it said 3, 4, and it starts with acoustic guitar.
Wow.
Right? I wasn't singing it, thankfully.
Oh, praise God.
But like, I almost just didn't even play the first song because I about screwed it up for you.
I warned you.
Thankfully, Fuller reminded me not to screw it up. But we've had many, many memories over the years. But that one sticks out.
And there'll be many more.
I'm sure there will.
You call my name, and I ran out that day, out of the darkness into your glorious day. Oh, thank you. Take courage, my heart. Stay steadfast, my soul. He's in the way. He's in the way. There's no height, no depth can stand against your faithfulness, in life, in death. You are a fortress for the weak, the strength that carries me when I am on my knees. Yes, you are. The cross reminds my heart to trust your faithfulness and love will always be enough. I will not fear, God, you are with me.
This is Sarah Salmon.
Sarah Salmon. The Sarah Salmon.
Sarah has been involved in many capacities at Newhope. I asked Sarah to share a memory of Fuller, and she was like, I think I can do this. So here we go.
I first met Fuller when we were in transition here at Newhope in the worship team. So I had been with the worship team for a long time. We were going through some transitions. I was super plugged in, and our current worship leader was transitioning out, and so I knew that we were bringing this guy in named Brian Fuller, and I was pretty much like, as long as he doesn't completely stink, I'm pretty sure I'm going to like him. Right? So,
Low standards.
he came
That's
in,
the key to success in life.
he immediately inherited me, so we had this like friendship out of the gate that like he had to be a part of. But one of my very favorite memories, well, twofold. One was the fact that like his very first time here, we had the Daraja African Children's Choir
wow.
with us.
No pressure.
No, not at all.
First Sunday, Fuller and I are together. We've known each other for like 2 hot minutes.
Yes, yes.
And now we're trying to wrangle all of these small children in a different language and a worship celebration. And Fuller handled it with just such grace and wisdom and joy that I was like, well, this was definitely trial by fire. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this guy, which is so great. So my second favorite story to tell about Fuller was also about grace because he introduced me to the concept of click tracks.
Click
I
tracks,
didn't know what a click
multi-tracks.
track was. So all he told me I had to do was hit the
Hit the
button on his
space bar.
computer
That's all
to
you
start
gotta
the
do.
click track.
Just hit the space bar.
in a response song after a message, kind of a good pregnant moment. Well, I managed to mess it up. I plugged something into the computer.
She plugged her
changed
iPhone into the computer.
Oh, no.
So iTunes opened up. So when she hit the space bar, it played her playlist on iTunes, not the response
What was
song,
the song?
that the Daraja Children's Choir was singing with us.
Oh, it was for the children's choir?
I
It
think
was
so.
terrible. I don't even know. All I know is I was mortified.
And she was like,
the space bar did not work. It did not work.
And I was just there going, and we wait, and we wait.
I tried it 2 times. On the 3rd time, I managed to get it back and right.
Third time's a
Third
charm.
time was a
Do you guys
charm.
remember what song played from your playlist?
No, but it was
Pretty
not.
sure it was some 80s rock song.
It was not the song we were doing.
Definitely not the mode it should have been in.
I gotta say, when it comes to like screwing up click tracks, that's about as bad as it gets. I'm proud of you, Sarah.
See, for all of you out there
still
that
made it,
thought
and I
you
got
got it
hired.
on Sunday, I was gonna say, I've done it before you. It's okay, and they kept me on.
When I think of Brian Fuller, I think of perseverance.
Perseverance.
I think of a man who, when we were about to record our first New Hope album,
Oh boy, yes.
was in absolutely excruciating pain. His back was
Come
absolutely
get in this
jacked
frame,
up.
Fuller. You gotta get in
Fuller,
here.
I know it's all the details are a little fuzzy for you because Fuller was actually super dosed up on
Copious amounts of
really,
painkillers.
really awesome painkillers, and he made it out on the stage.
I like
Somehow,
I needed the painkillers just to stand up.
we don't know how he did it to this day. I think he said somewhere in there that Jesus was a Muslim.
I never
don't
said
remember
that. That's
exactly. Allegedly.
That is
And,
misconstrued
but he came out and he persevered through, and he led an awesome live recording for our album, and has led our team that way. No matter what it takes, no matter what he's going through, has led strong through all of it, and has persevered. And one of the things that I love, one of the many things I love about Brian Fuller.
Nice.
Well, and also my wife came in between services and she says, you may want to not talk anymore.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you said the same thing 3 times,
3 times in a row, yeah.
I was like, sweet man. Yeah, that was a good one.
Fuller, we forgot something. Forgot to explain Brown Sunday.
Oh my gosh, Brown Sunday.
So what happened? What's the story?
So Pastor was on sabbatical.
Yeah.
Our executive team was on vacation. I was basically the next highest up.
So you were like
I was in charge,
the
basically.
Speaker of the House. Who was the president.
Exactly.
Yes.
This guy Chad Lunsford was teaching a message. Our sewage got backed up to the point where it was a health hazard in all of our Hopetown.
Oh no.
So we had to make the decision that we had to go ahead and stop service and send people home.
You had to send people home because of
So,
sewage.
but the worst part was Chad had just gotten on stage to start preaching.
Oh, no.
So I had to walk out at the beginning of his message and do one of these.
Like Chad,
Like,
the
yep.
poop is raining.
There's crap everywhere. And Chad was like, well, I have an announcement to make.
Oh, no.
Nobody panicked. So we sent everyone with kids to go ahead and pick their kids up
wow.
and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the craziest Sunday of my life. Brown Sunday is what we call
Was
it.
there actually poop flowing out of the toilet?
It was bad.
It was bad.
Like the sewage was starting to come up through the floors.
yes.
Yeah, so it was
Oh my
it was not good.
In the comments,
Kind of
let
like the
us-
movie The Thing.
Let us know your worst church stories
it
that have
can't
to do
top
with
that.
that have to do with plumbing issues, perhaps.
It can't top that.
That's it. Brown Sunday.